So Gerulaitis to open the match.
Love 15.
Well, if that's an example of how they're going to play, that first rally was really rather something.
First service. Love 30.
Well, Gerulaitis, I think we'll look at the linesman.
Love 40.
Yes, he did. It was very close. I think it just caught the back edge of the line. Yes, he's not too happy about it. Love 40.
$15.40. $30.40.
Sharp play by Gerulaitis there, but he'll hope to be serving better than this. He's only put one first service in so far. Played 5 points. Well played.
Deuce.
And that really was a terribly, terribly difficult ball for Gerulaitis to play there. How he squeezed it into the opening, I don't know. Now 40 to deuce.
Advantage Borg. Deuce. Advantage Gerulaitis. Deuce.
Certainly a tough opening game. 3 deuces. Borg at one time, love 40 against the serve. There's a lot of chalk came up beyond the service line.
Advantage Borg. Game to Borg. First game.
Well, we saw some enterprising play in the middle of this game, 30-40. See how Gerulaitis comes back to deuce here. Best rally we've had in the match to date. How he saw this one, I don't know. Thumped it at Borg, but there's the opening. And he found it. But it didn't save his serve, unfortunately. And the court already being repaired there beyond the baseline. The near baseline where Gerulaitis has just been serving, and it was he who first started to kick up the turf behind as he drags his foot, his trailing foot when he's serving. So the champion won't be disappointed at his
Borg
start here,
serve.
as he did against Nastasia. Very quick start, returning well. 1-love already.
Love. All.
Fine play by Gerulaitis there, taking a very difficult service and picking up a very low ball on the run-in very quickly.
$30-15. All.
And it's been said that Gerulaitis has ground strokes that are a bit light in weight for this top class, but nothing light about that for him.
40-30. Game to Borg. Borg leads by 2 games to love. First set.
One can imagine what Gerulaitis might be feeling, having pulled back from love 40 on his service and having had a chance to have held it and didn't.
Love. 30 love. $30-15. $40-15. $40-30.
That was a pretty wild second service, I must say.
Game to Gerulaitis. Borg leads by 2-1, first set.
Well, he had problems on that Gerulaitis service game because the quality of serving was much better. More first serves in, and that's what Gerulaitis is going to have to do, because Borg's returns against anything short carry a great deal of top spin. Gerulaitis will be wanting to find his way to the net, and he'll need to be there behind very purposeful, positive shots, or else he's going to be passed. And the reason I'm sure that he served his double fault there when he was 40-15 was he was going for depth on the second serve and overplayed it, slightly mishit it in fact. And he too is going to have problems, because it's Borg's serve which has improved more than any other department of his game in the last 2 years. 2-1.
$15 love. $15 all.
One of the very best passes off one of the very best services.
$30-15. $30 all. $30-40.
And Vitas Gerulaitis quick to pick up the chance of a volley which he never should have had.
Deuce.
And in this very, very fast semi-final, both letting the other off there. Borg with the volley and Gerulaitis with the backhand into the net. They both had great chances. Deuce.
Advantage Borg. Game to Borg. Borg leads by 3 games to 1. First set.
Some of the finest serving in the championship there. Borg really has improved his service even since last year.
15 love. Out. 30 love. $30-15.
Lovely wrong footing of the opponent there. So zestful, so enthusiastic, Borg. Standing quite a way back to take the serve.
$40-15. $40-30. Game to Gerulaitis. Borg leads by 3 games to 2. First set.
So Vitas Gerulaitis there, safely holding his third serve of the match, having dropped his first. And he is up against some awful problems here unless he does serve deep. The wicked topspin that Borg is hitting. And we saw him there as we locked off our low-angle camera on Borg, with Gerulaitis serving at 30 love. He had to block that return back. The volley comes to him, but look at the topspin on this one. Woof! And down it goes, down the line. And here's another volley coming to him, and look at the topspin again. Wrong footing Gerulaitis completely as Gerulaitis went across into the gap.
John, just having seen that, it's remarkable. You know, the ball is bounding high again for that near western grip forehand of his, like it did last year.
Court playing absolutely perfectly now, having had some welcome sunshine. So 3-2.
Love 15. $15 all.
Playing this at a terrific speed. Apart from any question of the power, they're not wasting any time.
$15-30. $30 all. 40-30. Deuce. Advantage Borg.
Just have a look at this linesman, really keyed up down here to watch this fast Borg service.
Game to Borg. Borg leads by 4 games to 2, first set.
By virtue of that breaking of Gerulaitis' service in the opening game of the match.
Love.
It really is tremendously sharp and fast, this. We haven't had anything on the centre court faster than this. We really haven't.
Love. Love.
The man who loves fast cars and expensive cars is going at a pretty merry rate here at the moment. 40 love. It's in.
40-15.
It's called out. Well, that was as close a ball as I've seen.
$40-30. Deuce.
The return of service was so good, it really stretched Gerulaitis, made the final shot very simple. Oh, that's a tremendous shot.
Advantage Borg.
Incredible return. Just out, only just.
Deuce.
Of course, you can't hit the ball as hard as that and get the angles that he gets without the use of the heavy top spin to bring the ball down quickly.
Advantage Borg. Deuce. Advantage Gerulaitis.
That was the one that he made just now in such brilliant fashion.
Games Gerulaitis. Change the balls, please. Borg leads by 4 games to 3, first set.
So there it is, still just the one break of serve. Vitas Gerulaitis came through a searching test there. Really some very difficult points he had to play. And he knows that he's got to close right in on top of the net behind a good first volley if he's ever going to stand a chance. And here we are in the very first point of that last game. It's just what he did. Looking at him from our isolated camera, he does a good first volley and closes right in tight, and he's there to knock off the volley. But it wasn't always as easy as that. Borg was able to project some wonderful returns, getting the weak first volley and then the searing pass. The players today are having to contend with a little bit of wind. You can see it there, the canopy above the Royal Box. Always a difficult swirling wind down here. Time for the new balls then. Borg serving 4-3.
Borg. 15 love.
Well, that's the second longest rally of the match. We've had one of 11 strokes. That was 8.
$15 all. $30-15. First service. $40-15. Game to Borg. Borg leads by 5 games to 3. First set.
Gerulaitis then has to hold his serve to stay in this first set.
15 love. All.
Third double fault. And that's really an important one when you're trying to stay in the set. Just.
$30-15. $40-15. Game to Gerulaitis. Borg leads by 5-4. First set.
Well done. I'm sure that Vitas Gerulaitis will be pleased to have won a convincing service game there. He had to struggle on his last one. They went to 3 deuces before he won it, and this time to 15, which was a double fault, incidentally. Doesn't waste a moment. He's off already, and I don't think Borg will hurry himself. He knows he's got this set locked away if he can hold his serve, and he's been serving pretty well. Already practicing his return there. Let's see if he can then win this first set, as he serves at 5-4.
$15 love. $15
Misjudgment by the champion.
$30-15.
Glorious rally that. 14 strokes. Every ball played with a purpose and perfectly timed on both sides of the net.
$40-15.
2 set points for Borg.
First service. Game and first set to Borg, 6-4. Borg leads by 1 set to love.
In 35 minutes.
Second set, Gerulaitis to serve. Quiet, please.
And umpire Jeremy Shares and the players all getting on with it. All have trains to catch, I think.
15 love.
Extraordinary.
Just have a look at his feet here as he serves. He does drag that back foot, the right foot there with his toe, and you see, pulls the court out.
Love. Thirty, 15. First service. Oh. 40, 15. Forty, 30.
Well, that's his 5th double fault, and of course simply have to go for a deep second service against Borg, otherwise you have it whipped past you on either side, forehand or backhand. So it must be a deep second serve.
Deuce. Advantage, Gerulaitis. Again, Gerulaitis. Gerulaitis leads by 1 game to love in the second set. Borg leads by 1 set to love.
It's an interesting point that you made, Dan, about the depth of the serve, because Gerulaitis is a player who likes to hustle, and he does take risks often on his second serves. I've seen him serve many aces on a second serve. He loves to crowd in and rush his opponent, and he's been doing that quite successfully on occasions. So he's probably playing one of the best returners of the serve and one of the best players of the passing shot today, and with the added problem of the dip on the ball with the topspin from Borg, the volleys are a problem. And he'll take risks against the Borg serve here, as he must if he's going to break, hoping perhaps for the odd mistake.
Let's have a look at this rally on the low angle camera.
15, love.
Worth trying it again, I think. It's a very fine service, but you do get an impression of the speed and the problems of the receiver here.
Love.
Yes.
30, 15.
Just out.
30 all.
It gives you some idea of the, when we use that camera, it gives you some idea of the speed and the trajectory and the problems of the receiver, I think.
(40-30). First service. Deuce. Advantage, Gerulaitis.
So a break point here for Gerulaitis.
Deuce.
But the champion comes out with one of his best services when in trouble there.
First service. Advantage, Borg. Game to Borg. 1 game all, second set.
Well, Vitas Gerulaitis had a chance with his break point, but the serving of Borg came to his aid.
15 love. Love.
Well, that was a unusual piece of mistiming there by Borg. 30 love, 1 all, second set. Wonderful footwork.
30-15.
That really foxed the server Gerulaitis. Marvellous footwork by Borg, dancing around his two-hander there to get the forehand.
All.
Really is pretty deadly if you really don't get penetrative length against him. Gerulaitis didn't quite get that length there. 30 all.
(40-30). Deuce. Advantage, Gerulaitis. Game, Gerulaitis. Gerulaitis leads by 2-1 in the second set. Borg leads by 1 set to love.
As they rest at the chair, just have a look at the baseline here that Gerulaitis was the first to tear up. I was talking to Jack Gardley, the head groundsman, about this morning, and he wasn't too disturbed. He's had worse than that, and years ago, you may remember, if you were a keen viewer, we used to have Miss Karen Hance, who's here as Mrs. Sussman now, who used to really tear it up.
Well, Borg there, taking his time as usual. He's not going to be hurried. He's got a set in the bag. And how well he played in one rally of that last game, beating Gerulaitis hopelessly from the back of the court. A good rally it was. He lobs here. Gerulaitis gets to the ball and finds the smash. And all Borg can do is push it back. Gerulaitis gets the chance to come in again, but he's hopelessly beaten there by the topspin. Just letting the crowd settle. Borg then 1-2.
$15 at love. $30 love. $40 love. Game to Borg. 2 games all, second set.
There's not much you can do against that sort of serving. Not only is it really powerful, but the accuracy of that serving.
$15 love.
What a lovely crisp volley.
30 love.
Object lesson, this man, in getting your volley away first time. Not compromising with him.
$40 love.
He's misjudged it again, I think.
40-15.
No, it's out.
Correct.
Doesn't waste too much time arguing, Mr. Gerulaitis. In Dallas in the World Championship Tennis Finals, when he played a 3-hour, 20-minute match with Dick Stockman, showing superb fitness. They had one or two nasty calls, but it never reached the proportions we've had here with Nastasi.
40-30.
The danger is now, of course, that it might momentarily have just disturbed his concentration and rhythm. But he's 40-30, and it's 2 games all.
Deuce. Advantage Borg.
Gerulaitis hesitating there about whether to play it or not, but he allowed himself to be upset by the doubtful decision. Say no more about it than that. He was 40 love.
Deuce. Advantage Gerulaitis. Again Gerulaitis.
Give him in.
Gerulaitis leads by 3 games to 2 in the second set. Borg leads by 1 set to love.
Well, a little bit of gentle sarcasm there from Gerulaitis. It's very disturbing when, in his mind, he'd already won that game. On the 4th point, he was 40 love and hit what he thought had been a forehand winner. In fact, Borg thought so too, because he was on his way to the chair when he heard the linesman call, and with a smile on his face, turned around and walked back, and it did stop Gerulaitis in his tracks. He let it upset him. He served his double fault for deuce, but came out of it. But he hasn't really made much impression on the Borg serve of late. Although he took him to deuce in the second game of this set, he's really been struggling because Borg's first serves have been finding their mark. And he'll take risks. He'll have to if he's going to break, swing and hope. 2-3.
Love 15.
That may well be the way he's going to try and break. Get in immediately behind the band length serve. Now, will he do it again this time?
All.
Interesting that he missed 2 chances of going in, went in on the third, and then completely guessed wrong which side Borg was going to pass him.
15-30.
Yes. So this all or nothing player, Gerulaitis, has 2 break points. Great service.
30-40. Game, Gerulaitis. Change the balls, please.
4-2 Gerulaitis.
Gerulaitis leads by 4 games to 2 in the second set. Borg leads by 1 set to love.
And a terrific cheer then when Gerulaitis broke the service. Yes, the new Italian champion showing Borg the new balls. It's a wrong footing pass.
Love 15. Oh. 15 all. $30-15.
Gerulaitis gets so close to that net, he's very lobbable, but he really is a risk player, this man.
$40-15. Gerulaitis leads by 5 games to 2 in the second set. Borg leads by 1 set to love.
That was a marvellous game from Gerulaitis. Having got his break, he sensed that he had the ascendancy and really pressed on. Some really crisp volleys. He's had a good year, really. He's 22, ranked 9 at the moment. He's been ranked higher than that. Seeded 8 here. And the WCT season, he was actually runner-up 4 times. To Tom Ocker, Wojciech Fibek, Eddie Dibbs and Adriano Panatta. Got to those finals, of course, where he lost to Stockton in Dallas in the semi-final. And then he won the Ocean City tournament in Maryland, beating Bob Lutz, and went off for his spell of team tennis duty with Pittsburgh and came to Europe, where he won the Italian championships against Zuccarelli in the final. And an interesting footnote too, these two did meet as juniors in 1972 in the final of the Orange Bowl. On that occasion,
Quiet, please.
Borg won. 2-5.
First service. Love. 30, love. 40, love.
Yes, Gerulaitis was very unlucky there. Nearly made his pass. Borg hadn't covered it.
$15.
The whole thing is going at breakneck speed.
Game 4. Gerulaitis leads 5 games to 3 in the second set.
So the champion Borg must break this service if he's to stay in this second set.
Love. 30, love.
Gerulaitis slowed up his first service there to give himself a chance perhaps to get really in. Definite slowing up over the serve as he came in.
Love.
So Gerulaitis 40 love, 3 set points to make it 1 set all.
Game and second set to Gerulaitis by 6 games to 3.
Well, it's
1 set all.
hard to believe, but that ace there to give him the set was his first absolutely clean ace, because he's overpowered the return of service many times with his service, his first service. That actually was his first clean ace. So 1 set all after an hour and 5 minutes, and I can't remember, John, a match where they've played at such a terrific speed.
They're certainly getting on with it, aren't they? Gerulaitis there taking a well-earned drink. He'll be well pleased with that performance in the second set. And how well he played to break the Borg serve back in the 6th game there. And he did take risks, which we said he would have to do. He crowded Borg, he took a chance, blocked the second serve, which happened to be a little bit short, came in, got his break. Be interesting to see if he tries to do the same thing here to get off to a good start in this 3rd set.
3rd set, Borg to serve. Quiet, please. 15, love. 15 all. 15-30. All. (40-30). Deuce.
And the tennis is so good here, almost every point brings forth tremendous applause.
Advantage, Gerulaitis.
Good, great anticipation.
Deuce.
Great anticipation by Borg, but the ball didn't quite come out of the middle of his racket. There was a certain amount of fluffiness about it, made it drop dead.
Advantage, Borg. Game to Borg.
That could be an expensive miss.
First game, third set, 1 set all.
Well, with the confidence born of that second set success, Vitas Gerulaitis there really setting about the champion, and Borg was made to struggle as he's very rarely had to struggle on his serve in this game, in this match. In fact, at the 30-all point in that last game, he had to bring off a couple of miraculous shots to win it. Great topspin forehand again, which will pop up off the turf very high. He took that just below shoulder height. Backhand down the line, finds Borg at the net. And look at this one. He read it right, dropped the ball just over the net, and Vitas Gerulaitis slipping as he tried to push off to reach the ball, but no chance. I wonder if Borg thought he'd have this sort of a fight on his hands today. Been in such magnificent form this championship, having got the Edmondson match behind him.
Gerulaitis to serve.
He hasn't played anybody who's attacked so consistently and accurately as Gerulaitis is today. Gerulaitis then love one, third set.
Always the playboy.
Love, 15.
Well, I must say, it's rather nice because as long as he doesn't overdo the clowning, it's quite pleasant to see a little light relief in these matches.
love 30. Fifteen 30. All.
Serve, I think, intentionally directed at the body. Borg a little slow to get out of the way of it.
Forty.
Well, that's a tragedy, I think. It's two simple misses, one that cost him the opening game, and that what will cost him his service.
Correction. First service.
Yes, the service linesman held up his hand to umpire Jeremy Shales to indicate that he'd made a mistake. But it's still 30-40.
Deuce.
Yes, I don't think he felt it was at any time going to be in.
Advantage Borg.
I should be surprised if he isn't all right.
Game to Borg. Borg leads by 2 games to love, third set.
And Borg waiting when the other man was on the ground, just waiting to make sure that he's all right.
Love
We
15.
promise we'll show you that point at the next changeover. Fabulous point.
Love 30.
Ooh.
15-30.
Yes, it would have been out anyway. But the net cord nearly brought it in. Oh, he's put it out.
15-40.
Now, that's great play by Gerulaitis there. He saw Borg shaping for the cross-court volley and made an immediate dive over, as much as to say to Borg, put it there and I'll get it back. And Borg overdid it, you see.
game to Gerulaitis. Borg leads by 2-1 in the third set, 1 set all.
Well, you can't help but admire this man, Gerulaitis, how competitive he is. Having lost his serve in the best rally of the match, he breaks back with the most devastating attacking play, forcing Borg into error, doing all sorts of things. And let's take another look at just how he did lose his serve. What a point it was. Eagerly into the net there, and a little half volley, and Borg lobs him. Back he goes. Looks as if he mightn't get it, but he finds a nice high lob, and look where this lands. Borg nearly lets it hit him, gets out of the way, tosses it back down the other end. Eager to get back into the net again, in he goes. A very deep one indeed. And he does the little drop volley, and it looks for all the world as that's the end of the point. But this one hits the net. Borg lobs again, and now Gerulaitis sets off for this one. But it's too good for him, and he slides over into the backstop. Well, a tremendous hand here for these two who are playing some of the most devastating attacking tennis we've seen at this Wimbledon. Both of them at a tremendous pace. So Gerulaitis back on level terms, breaking back for 1-2.
Love.
We really are seeing a semi-final worthy of the centenary Wimbledon. This is a classic of its kind.
All. Thirty 15. All.
One, 2, 30 all. Third set.
30-14.
So it's a break point here for Borg.
Deuce.
Just on the line, I think.
Advantage Borg.
Yes, just on the line. just.
Deuce.
Wonderfully fit and active man, Gerulaitis. He really is.
Advantage Borg.
So Borg has his third break point here.
Deuce.
Gerulaitis getting the reward of a very strong, deep volley there from well below the height of the net and having to manage the fierce top spin from Borg. Good point for Gerulaitis, that.
Advantage Borg.
Oh, beautiful service.
Deuce.
Strangely, he's only hit one absolutely clean ace in the match so far, Gerulaitis, but he served an awful lot like that, accurately and strong, forcing an error.
Advantage Gerulaitis.
Well, now, the Wimbledon champion being caught out like that, like a beginner almost. Running around his backhand, you see, to get a forehand, and the server spotted it and placed a beautiful service on that just inside the centre line. You won't often see that.
Deuce.
Oh, that's...
Advantage Gerulaitis.
That's typical Gerulaitis. It really is. He's a gambler, he risks, he's an extrovert. Who would have played a drop half volley against the fastest man in the tennis, Borg?
Deuce.
It's very nearly there.
Advantage Borg.
So for the fifth time, break point.
Deuce.
They've had 7 deuces so far.
Advantage Borg.
Quite incredible tennisers. Let's hope we have something as good as this in the actual final.
Deuce.
Eight deuces, and I think this game has been on at least 10 minutes.
Advantage, Gerulaitis. Game to Gerulaitis. 2 games all. Third set.
Really remarkable game. 2-all.
Not up. 15 love.
Well, Gerulaitis comes back that long way, having chased that volley. That last game was a 10-minute game. There were 8 deuces, and Borg had 5 break points, but failed to get it. So we're at 2-all in the third set, 1 set all.
Love.
And it's been very rare to see an unforced error on the return of service, I must say.
Love.
Yes.
Game to Borg. Borg leads by 3 games to 2 in the third set. 1 set all.
And ever since Gerulaitis served his first clean ace of the match to level matters at set all, it's been a really competitive struggle. And that last game on Gerulaitis to serve 8 deuces and 5 break points for the champion. Came out of all of them and held on. And look how he outwitted Borg on one of those serves. Here he is serving the deuce point right down the middle, and Borg completely caught. He got a lovely kick on the ball. All he could do was catch it. And it's been a game like that. Real battle of wits. Each man trying to force all the time, of course, knowing that they must live at the net. And yet Gerulaitis prepared to play the most delicate of half-volleyed drop shots, little drop volleys, knowing that Borg's going to come rushing in, but prepared to meet the return shot and volley it past him. Well, they're slowing down at the changeovers now. At the start of this match, Gerulaitis was racing out to get on with matters. They're taking the full minute now. So with just 1 break of serve apiece in this third set, Gerulaitis 2-3.
Love.
Gerulaitis has never yet been ahead in this match. Not by a single game.
Love.
Borg stays there. Unhappy about the lack of a call. But you very rarely see him get into an argument, but that sort of thing.
Love. Game, Gerulaitis. Change the ball, please. 3 games all, third set.
And Gerulaitis answering with a love game, Borg's previous game to love. So this really is a close affair, with the number 2 seed about to serve against the number 8 seed serving with new balls.
Love. 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 First service. Forty 15. Game to Borg. Borg leads by 4 games to 3 in the third set, 1 set all.
So after that very, very long struggle indeed in the 4th game of this set, we've had 3 quick games, 2 to love and 1 to 15. And we'll be seeing, I'm sure, that they'll take risks on the return of serve in an effort to break after such service dominance. And that's the way Gerulaitis broke in the 2nd set, the 6th game it was. Took risks, attacked the 2nd serve, chipped it, came in, sat on the net, volleyed his winners from there. Let's look again at the way Gerulaitis won the only point he did win in Borg's last service game. A very cheeky shot it was, an improvisation indeed, because the Borg volley, you'll see in a minute, on the next shot was a good one. There it is. But Borg's covering the line, Gerulaitis spotted it and he flicked it across. Just enough top to control it, topspin to control it. So Gerulaitis now, 3-4.
Second service. Love for 15. All. 15-30.
Gerulaitis can't afford to drop his service here. He really can't. He's 3-4 down. So, big service is needed now. Well played.
(30-40). First service.
What a pass.
Game to Borg. Borg leads by 5-3 in the third set.
And there are still people who say that you don't see rallies on fast grass. Both of these men have won on everything. On dirt, synthetic court and everything. But Borg serving for a 2-1 lead.
Love 15. (15-all). (15-30).
He's put it out.
30-all.
He won't forgive himself. He won't forgive himself for that. What sharpness at the net of the champion Borg. 30-all. 5-3.
(30-40).
And the receiver a little lucky there, I think, Gerulaitis. He hadn't covered that line. All's well that ends well for him, so it's break point for Gerulaitis.
Deuce. One moment, please. Thank you.
Spot.
Advantage, Borg.
Well, a really wonderful rally to give Borg set point. That's it.
Game and third set to Borg by 6 games to 3. Borg leads by 2 sets to 1.
In this fantastic match after an hour and 3/4.
There's the score. Borg 2 sets to 1, being played at an absolutely breakneck pace. Borg getting off to a very fast start, breaking Gerulaitis in the opening game of the match. It was enough to give him the first set in just 35 minutes. And Borg's serve broken in the 6th game of the second set by some very enterprising play from Gerulaitis. Brought it level.
Ladies and
in an hour
gentlemen,
and
when
5
rallies
minutes.
are in progress, could you please try and keep your enthusiasm a little quieter?
And now about an hour and 45 minutes coming up. And Borg is ahead by 2 sets to 1. And at deuce, what a rally that was in the last game to give Borg his set point. Eagerly into the net, and the lob. Borg looking over his shoulder to see if Gerulaitis is coming in, which he was, so a lob in return. And the smash really should have been a winner, but it wasn't. And it gives Borg a chance for another lob. Gerulaitis gets it though. Into the stop netting he went. Borg let the ball bounce and smashed it. And this time Gerulaitis finds the net. And there it is, bringing the set point.
Fourth set.
Which a wonderful
Gerulaitis serving.
Which a wonderful forehand pass from Borg gave him. So, fourth set, Gerulaitis.
$15 love. $30 love.
Yes.
$30-15.
Well, Connors, like Borg, just the same. When you think you've got them dead, they somehow pull out a winner like that.
$40-15. Game to Gerulaitis. First game, fourth set. Borg leads by 2 sets to 1.
Exactly what Gerulaitis needed there. A confident and safe first game of the fourth set on his serve. Set him off on the right trail. After the disappointment of losing his serve in the 8th game of that third set. It was the second time, of course, that he'd lost his serve. He lost it in the second game, but broke back at once. He needed that confident game, and he's racing again. Doesn't waste a moment. He was always first away from the chair in the opening part of the match. Borg responding, not taking the full minute this time. I'm
Borg to serve.
Sure that both men are enjoying it. Borg then love one.
Oh, he's overdone it.
15 love. 15 all. First service.
And Borg always ready to counterattack, even under the most severe pressure. Well, I would think Mr. Gerulaitis is saying to himself, well, why didn't I lob?
First service. (40-30). Game to Borg. One game all, fourth set.
Borg has only served one double fault in the first set, in spite of his service being attacked, and attacked very well. Kept his head and kept his cool.
Love. First service. Love. (30-15).
Those dribbling sort of balls are very often the ones that are missed. (40-15).
40-30.
Oh, that's
Yes.
silly. But that's the nature of the man. Glorious service. Somehow Borg got his racket back to it, and then that rather silly volley. Deuce.
Advantage, Gerulaitis. Game to Gerulaitis. Gerulaitis leads by 2-1 in the fourth set. Borg leads by 2-1.
Borg really pressed Gerulaitis in that last service game. Had him, he was 40-15 down, or Gerulaitis was 40-15 ahead, brought him back to deuce when Gerulaitis presented him with that really very easy miss. But had no chance on the last 2 points. How competitive this match has been, and we'll look again at one of the rallies in Borg's last service game at 15-all. And Borg showed so many facets of his game. Counter-attack and topspin from the back of the court, which makes the ball pop up off the court. Here it is again, top again. Makes the ground stroke so difficult from the other end. Difficult to control. Topped again. A lot of work he's putting on the ball in every shot. And he's going to find the pass in a moment. Here it is, I think. No, it must be the next one. The lob from Gerulaitis, allowing Gerulaitis to smash. And there was the pass volleyed into the net. Borg 1-2.
Love 15. All.
The anticipation on both sides of the net has been really quite remarkable. Lovely example of it there, Borg.
$30-15.
Well, what a shot.
40-15.
Two-handed half volley. The ball just leaving the floor when he flicked that pass. 40-15. Oh, yeah.
40-30.
Apart from shots like that, of course, the standard of the return of service has been absolutely magnificent.
Yes. Advantage, Gerulaitis.
No, Borg won't have anything to do with it.
Gerulaitis leads 3-1 in the fourth set.
And this really has caught a light, this match. When I say caught a light, it's burning fiercely. It's always been a light. But that break of service has done it.
15 love.
So once again, if he can hold his service throughout this set, it's going to be 2 sets all.
All.
All, 1 fault, Gerulaitis serving.
30-15.
It's in, I think. Yes.
30 all.
A little bit of a miss hit, but pretty effective point. Bit too close for safety, that one.
Use.
Deuce.
First service. Advantage, Gerulaitis.
Quite rare to see an error on the return of service. Oh, that's a glorious shot.
Yes.
Glorious shot, because running round his backhand left Gerulaitis not knowing whether he was going to play across the court or down the line. Deuce.
Advantage, Gerulaitis.
Out.
Game to Gerulaitis. Gerulaitis leads by 4-1 in the fourth set. Borg leads by 2-1.
Well, the champion then in trouble in this fourth set. Just that one break of serve, and how hard he tried to break back at once. Dan, one of the things that always astonishes me about Borg is that he plays with a very, very tightly strung racket. The ball hardly stays for more than a split second on the strings when he hits the ball. And hitting with so much topspin on both sides as he does, he has to be absolutely perfect on his timing, because if he's not, the ball flies away, and yet we so rarely see a complete miss-hit from him, hitting across the path of the ball. There's such wonderful natural timing. First time these two met, of course, was as juniors in the final of the Orange Bowl tournament in Florida in 1972. Borg won that one, and they've met a couple of times since. Last year once, the year before that, both times Borg the winner. So Gerulaitis has yet to score a win against him. My goodness, if he can keep this standard up, there's a chance today. 1-4 Borg.
15 love. 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 Game 4. Change the balls, please. Gerulaitis leads by 4 games to 2 in the 4th set.
I think somebody.
So now, can he hold his service? But if you're wondering how long these men can keep up this speed, they've been on court just over 2 hours. We're probably watching two of the fittest men in the championship. Gerulaitis serving.
Love 15. All.
Well, have you ever seen anyone quicker than Borg off the mark? It was a very fine drop volley that Gerulaitis played. Wonderfully controlled lob off it.
30 all.
Four 2, 30 all, 4th set, 2 sets to 1 Borg.
Oh. 40-30. Deuce. Advantage, Gerulaitis.
Well, that's the wildest backhand pass, or backhand attempted pass, that he's played. Shaking his leg a bit there, his right leg. Surely not going to get cramp or anything like that.
First service. Gerulaitis. Gerulaitis leads by 5 games to 2 in the 4th set. Borg leads by 2 sets to 1.
I wonder, are we going to see a 5th set? It begins to look very much like it, and I wonder what's going through Borg's mind as he sits down there, engaged in the sternest tussle he's had to undergo since that second round match against Mark Edmondson out on court 14, where he came back from the loss of the first 2 sets to win. And I wonder what's going through the mind of Leonard Berglund there in the middle of your picture, slightly balding head, who for so long has been guiding and advising Borg as a young man when Borg first came into the Davis Cup team at the age of 15 and beat as good a player as Oni Parron in 5 sets. We'll be wanting to see Borg now produce a really convincing service game to throw the onus on Gerulaitis to serve for this 4th set. Equally, it'll be Gerulaitis' dearest wish to break here, so start the final set on his own delivery. Borg then 2-5.
Love. All. $13, 15. $14, 15. Game 4. Gerulaitis leads by 5 games to 3, 4th set.
So the number 8 seed has got to hold his service here if he's going to make it 2 sets all. Otherwise he could be in trouble, of course, later on in the set.
Love. 30, love. Love.
So 3 set points for Vitas Gerulaitis to make it 2 sets all. That's it.
Game and 4th set to Gerulaitis by 6 games to 3. 2 sets all.
I must say it's a very, very long time since I've seen any match played at this pace where the standard of play has been maintained at such a high level, both in serving, return of serve, and the error percentage is incredibly low.
Borg knows he's in a fight all right. They've been out there now for 2¼ hours. And there hasn't been a single let-up. Both men pressing forward all the time, attacking one another relentlessly. And there have been just 1 service loss in the 1st, 2nd and 4th sets to decide them, and the 3 service breaks in the 3rd set. It's been as close as that. Tremendous match Gerulaitis is playing. Be tremendous applause for them.
Final set, Borg to serve. Quiet, please.
Now just are settling down now. This 5th set begins.
15, love. 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 Fourteen, 15. Forty, 30. Borg leads by 1 game to love, final set.
And the champion setting off in fine style to open this 5th set. Served an ace on the first point of that game.
Well, we're coming to the point where we have to leave this match on BBC One, but of course this match is continuing on BBC Two. Right, before we leave, let's just bring you up to date with the main results of the day. Jimmy Connors, the #1 seed, has come through to the men's final by beating John McEnroe of the United States 6-3, 6-3, 4-6, 6-4.
The quality of serving has been extremely high, but so has the returning. And as Dan Maskell has told you, there's hardly been a patch of play in this match when the service return has been missed. And when it has been, it's
Gerulaitis to
because
serve.
the server has exerted such pressure. Love one then, Gerulaitis.
Love.
I think the hands of the crowd here must be really sore. Almost every point, every rally has brought forth a tremendous burst of clapping.
Ah. 15 all. $30-15. $40-15. Oh. 40-30.
And even in a match like this, where almost every point is won with a fantastic winner, that one was quite outstanding, that forehand pass.
Game to Gerulaitis. 1 game all, final set.
There's still people, as I was saying earlier, there's still people who say you don't get rallies on fast grass. Extraordinary.
15 love. Love.
Yes.
30-15. All. 40-30.
I don't think Gerulaitis can afford the luxury of that sort of loose shot, really.
Deuce. Advantage, Gerulaitis.
So a break here in this final set, break point. Oh, what anticipation.
Deuce.
Well, that was a successful gamble, if ever there was one. Deuce.
Advantage, Borg. Deuce.
Third double fault. Out.
Advantage, Gerulaitis.
Break point then for the second time for Gerulaitis.
Deuce.
He rushed it. Oh, he pressed there.
Advantage, Borg. Game to Borg. Borg leads by 2-1, final set.
Well, we've said it before, but one has to say it again. What a cool customer this Borg is. He was in such terrible trouble there when the smash from Gerulaitis gave him his first break point, and he leapt on the next one on a cross-court forehand volley that would so easily have been a winner down the line. We're seeing rallies of the most tremendous quality here, none better than in the last Gerulaitis service game when he was 30-15. Everything happened in this rally. They were all over the court. The lob, Gerulaitis with the smash, Borg with that wicked topspin, making it bounce up off the court the other end. A very deep one there from Gerulaitis, answered by Borg. Both of them wanting to find a way to the net. And Gerulaitis inviting him in with that drop. And then the lob. And Borg wanted to smash it, but he couldn't. Tosses up a lob himself. He's going to try and tuck this one away. But no, Borg's still in it. And now here's the smash that finishes the rally. Everything happening in that rally. Gerulaitis then, 1-2, fifth set.
Love 15. 15 all. Thirty 15.
Yes. Oh, Borg doesn't like that.
And out of your picture, the linesman at the far
14
end.
15.
The linesman at the far end held up his hand to confirm that the original call had been correct. Umpire Jeremy Shales not playing a let. 40-15.
Game to Gerulaitis. Two games all. Final set.
That's the score after 2.5 hours.
Love 15.
You hesitate.
Love 40.
Borg hesitating there, whether to play the volley or half volley. So this is really a serious moment for the champion. Love 40. Yes.
Game to Gerulaitis. Gerulaitis leads by 3 games to 2. Final set.
Well, the man with ice blood in his veins showed a rare moment of frustration there when his beautiful shot down the sideline was called out, and I think it did upset him. But how well Gerulaitis played, my word, the second point of that last game. How he found that backhand down the line, I shall never know. And here it is. It's love 15. And just watch this backhand. He's having to run out for it, and there's hardly room, and it's over the high part of the net. And he's been hitting shots of that quality for most of this match. And what's made it such a wonderful encounter, Borg's been answering them with equally fine shots. And that is the first time that Borg has left the chair first, and a tremendous cheer for his opponent. Does that mean, I wonder, that Borg believes he can break here, break back? He's 3-2 down.
Love.
That's the first time that Gerulaitis has been ahead by 1 game in the match. Extraordinary.
15 all. $30-15.
Gerulaitis a little tentative on the volley. The first time in the match, I think, when he hasn't had a chance to put one away. That was rather too cautious.
$40-30. Deuce.
Well, they're both having to squeeze the ball down the lines now, as near the lines as possible, to bring off their passes. Amazing play, this.
Advantage Borg.
Hard to believe this. That's the second time Gerulaitis has had a chance, but he's been doing all through putting his volley away whenever there was a chance. The second time he was rather cautious.
Game to Borg. Three games all, final set.
Well, that's unbelievable. That's a champion's recovery if ever I saw one. Helped a tiny bit, of course, by the slightly cautious play of Gerulaitis. 3-3, final set.
Love.
Yes.
15 all.
Rapier-like pass there.
$30-15. 30 all.
Oh, that's another masterly rally.
1 moment, please. Take it off, please. Thank you. .40-30.
Yes, he pulled it out a little bit.
Game to Borg. Borg leads by 4-3, final set.
Well, who would have believed it? There it is. In the 5th set, Borg ahead, 4-3. Just now he'd lost his serve. He was 2-3 behind. And he broke Gerulaitis in a marvellous, marvellous game. And what a wonderful game he played on his own serve there. And what about this rally at 30-15? We've said that this match has been full of good things and that they can maintain this standard. 3 all in the 5th is remarkable. The lob, he lets it bounce, hoping for it that it's out, but no, he has to do a bounce smash. Borg again, a deep one. Both want to get to that net. And here it is. Gerulaitis comes in and does the most delicate of drop volleys across the court to win the point. Gerulaitis behind again, 3-4.
Love. 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 Quiet, please. 1 moment, please. Will you please be quiet in the audience while play is in progress? Game to Gerulaitis, 4 games all, final set. First service.
2 hours and 3/4 they've been at this semi-final.
Love. Love. Love.
Let's hold.
.40-15. Borg leads by 5-4, final set.
Many of these people that you see here in the open stands were out there last night queuing up and sleeping out for the semi-finals day, and what a feast of tennis they've had. But they're seeing a match here today that I'm quite sure will go down into history as one of the truly great matches of its kind. A smash and grab tag really doesn't do it justice. It's all serve and volley, but they've had some marvellous rallies off the floor, and both of these players, Vitas Gerulaitis seeded 8 and Borg seeded 2, the defending champion. And this has really been a feast of truly magnificent tennis. Well, John, now he's got to hold his serve.
Borg having the advantage of serving first in the set, of course, is the odd game up. And what an advantage it is in a 5th set of a match of this quality. And that applause tells its own story of the epic quality of this match. 4-5 then, Gerulaitis.
Love 15. First service. Oh. 15 all. Thirty 15. Forty 15. Game to Gerulaitis, 5 games all, final set.
A remarkable game by Gerulaitis. Every point that he won, his 4 points all won on the volley.
Card, please.
5 all. Yes.
Love 15.
Borg never really looked happy as he attempted that lob. He was a bit off balance.
Love 30.
How expensive is that error going to be?
Fifteen 30.
It's out.
30 all.
2 sets all, 5 all, 30 all.
(40-30). Deuce. Advantage, Borg.
There was a champion's coup, a drop volley at this stage. Thank goodness, what nerve.
Deuce. Advantage, Borg.
Really is quite unbelievable, this.
Deuce.
5 all, final set, deuce, and it's the third deuce in this game. Start.
Advantage, Borg. Range Borg. Borg leads by 6 games to 5, final set.
And this match will surely go down in history as the match that had everything. A champion in defense of his title, being threatened by a man, Vitas Gerulaitis, at the peak of his form, playing the match of his life. How these two can maintain this level after almost 3 hours, just 5 minutes short of 3 hours, I just don't know. There's the score. 6-5 to Borg, just the odd game ahead. In this final set at one time he was 2-3 and a break down. Broke Gerulaitis to come back to 3 all. Since when we've had the most magical tennis. Gerulaitis then 5-6, final set.
15 love.
Just out.
30 love.
And the topspin on Borg's forehand very nearly brought it in. 30 love.
Love. Forty, 15. Forty, 30. First service. Game to Gerulaitis, 6 games all, final set.
So Gerulaitis, for the second time in succession, has had to serve to stay in this match. 6-all.
Fifteen love. 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 Game to Borg. Borg leads by 7 games to 6. Final set.
Well, John, I was just thinking there was only one loose shot there, that forehand return of serve, which he had to rush at. But otherwise, the tennis has been perfectly controlled.
Borg here defending his title, desperately hanging on, clawing his way ahead. He looked very tired indeed as he sat down at this changeover. He slumped into the chair. His face looking a little drawn now, as well it might. They've been on court exactly 3 hours. And what an amazing standard of play. How well this man has played. Also looking tired. But my goodness me, how he has fought. He's been after Borg like a terrier, into the net whenever he could get there, looking for those volleys.
So Gerulaitis serving for the third time to stay in the match.
Love. All. 15-30.
There's a bad error there. And that perfect lob gives Borg 2 match points.
First service.
That's it. Well, all that continuous applause tells its own story, of course. A fabulous match, a really fabulous match, and I believe it's one of the greatest, if not the greatest match I've ever seen at Wimbledon. Unbelievable. They've played for 3 hours and 5 minutes, and the standard of service return and serving and volleying and retrieving, in fact, everything that tennis is made of, these chaps showed us tonight. And the whole centre court absolutely standing to them. Even at Wimbledon, that's a remarkable scene.
As you all well know, game, set and match to Borg. 3-2, 6-4, 3-6, 6-3, 3-6, 8-6.